नमस्कार, मैं अरुण छा। आज हम बात करेंगे जीएसटी के रिगार्ड में, कोई भी इशू के रिगार्ड में। Any point with respect to the GST, kindly ask the question. Will try my best to give the reply. इस बार काफ़ी नियम में परिवर्तन हुआ है, चेंजेस हुआ है रिगार्डिंग द रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी अंडर आरसीएम। अगर वो रिसिपिएंट रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन है, there are various circular which has been issued. So any doubt with respect to GST, I will try to give the answer to the best of my knowledge. Very good evening, ma'am. Also, there is a confusion regarding the disclosure of clause 44 income tax जो GST 3CD form है, उसका जो clause 44 है, how to report the same. There are some confusion in respect of that. We will also discuss. But if you have any question, please ask first, and then we'll start the discussion. Regarding clause 44, let me start with the clause 44. The clause 44, which require the information regarding the expenses on the basis of applicability of the GST. Serial number 1. Then they are asking the total amount of expenditure incurred during the year. So by this we can understand they are asking total expenditure, not the category wise expenditure. Then from clause serial number 3 to serial number 6, expenditure in respect to entity registered under GST. So now they are asking where the supplier is registered. So the point is important. So do we need to report only forward charge transaction, or RCM transaction will also be clubbed here? So let's take an example. Suppose I am taking the legal services from a advocate who is registered in the GST. Will that expenditure be also be reported in this particular clause 44, serial number 3 to 6? My view is yes. All expenditure wherein the supplier is registered, whether you are paying the tax under RCM or supplier is charging the tax as a forward charge. So what is the serial number 3? Relating to goods or services which are exempted from GST. So what are the expenditure which are exempted in the GST that we need to report here? So what is the meaning of exempt supply in the GST? We need to refer section 2 clause 47 of the CGST Act, which says that there are the 3 transactions which include in exempt supply. First, exempted nil rated supplies. Second, exempted by way of notification which is being issued using the power under section 11 of the CGST Act or section 6 of IGST Act. Then third is include non-taxable supplies. What is the non-taxable supplies? Non-taxable supply is also further described. It has been explained in the GST. Non-taxable supplies which are not leviable to tax. So if the transaction is not leviable to tax, what can be the example? First, I can say the alcoholic liquor for human consumption. And second is 5 specified petroleum product, which can be the petrol, diesel, aviation turbine fuel, natural gases. So these are the example, or these are the transaction which is covered in the exempt supply definition, so which you need to report in the serial number 3. Now next, relating to the entity falling under composition. So the composition section 10, it can be under section 10 subsection 1 or 10 subsection 2A. Any transaction which you have taken from composite dealer. So composite dealer will issue the bill of the supply. He will not be able to charge the tax. How you will identify it? So the first way I can say, the table 3.2 of the GSTR 3B, which is outward supply, not the inward supplies, but here we are talking about the inward supplies. Please do not confuse that you will take the data from the table 3.2 of the GSTR 3B, because in the GSTR 3.1, GSTR 3B table 3.1 and table 3.2, we are putting the details of the outward supplies. So how this information need to be derived? Again, there is no specific tool by which you can identify all the GST number falling under composition. You have to check one by one. Next is relating to the other registered entity. So the transaction which is not covered in serial number 3, which is not covered in the serial number 4, and rest all the transaction will come in the serial number 5. Then the total payment to the registered entity out of the total expenditure, how much you paid to the registered entity. Last expenditure relating to the entity not registered in the GST. So if certain expenditures which are there where supplier is unregistered and you are registered, you need to report those expenditure. It can be the revenue expenditure, it can be capital expenditure. Point to be noted, will that expenditure is specifically talking about the reverse charge? No, not necessary. The reason is the first RCM transaction wherein supplier may be registered or may be not registered, 9394, and 94 is now limited to the real estate sector. So serial number 7 is not talking about specifically and only RCM transactions. It can be any transaction wherein the supplier is unregistered and you being a recipient are registered. This is my all about the clause 44. If you have any doubt, you can ask any question. There is no question, is it? So let me talk about 2 minutes about the reverse charge entry. The reverse charge entry serial number 5AA, which talks about if the supplier is unregistered or registered, doesn't matter. It can be any person, and if the recipient is registered person, then residential dwelling which is given to the registered recipient will fall under reverse charge. So there are multiple questions. We are having the doubts with respect to these entries. So we have compiled approx 15 question. We will share the same and you can refer. In case of any doubt, you can ask again. So the entry is wherein the supplier is any person and the recipient is registered and the underlying property is the residential. Use can be anything. It can be the residential, it can be commercial. If the property is a residential dwelling, then it will cover under reverse charge. Very good evening, Nitinji, Prashadji, and very good evening to the Asis Miglaniji, Rahul, Kharajji. ITC for immovable property manufacturing unit. So what is the nature of expenditure? Say for example, if I'm talking about the plant and machinery, you can very well take the ITC. If construction of immovable property other than plant and machinery, that ITC is blocked. it is given in the 17 subsection 5 clause C as well as clause D. Meaning of the construction has been given in the explanation, which says that construction means to the extent of capitalization. To the extent of capitalization. So even if you are manufacturing unit, and you are incurring the expenditure with respect to the business purpose, but still you won't be able to take input tax credit of the same. Very good evening, Subhashini ji. Very good evening, Praveen ji. पवन कुमार, रेंट पे जो जीएसटी पेड करना है उसका आईटीसी क्लेम सिर्फ ऑफिस रिलेटेड ही होगा या पर्सनल रिलेटेड भी होगा? पर्सनल, देखो पर्सनल रिलेटेड होगा, देखो एज सच कहीं ब्लॉक नहीं है, बट ध्यान रखना ये बात, अगर मैं एम्प्लॉय के रहने के लिए ले रहा हूँ तो मुझे ये प्रूव करने में प्रॉब्लम होगी कि दैट एक्सपेंडिचर इज इन रिलेशन टू द कोर्स और फर्दरेंस ऑफ द बिजनेस। जो 16 सबसेक्शन 1 की मेन रिक्वायरमेंट है, 16 सबसेक्शन 1 की मेन रिक्वायरमेंट है कि द एक्सपेंडिचर शुड बी इन द कोर्स और फर्दरेंस ऑफ द बिजनेस। सो वहाँ पे ये प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करेगा। Otherwise, if you can prove that yes, it is necessary in the relation of the business, then you can take the ITC. मेरा पॉइंट ये है कि स्पेसिफिकली 17 सबसेक्शन 5 में कहीं कवर नहीं है, so therefore it is not blocked. Sasi Rawat ji, good evening. And Anam sir, old jute with HSN code 6 digit, please SSC code 6 digit or 8 digit HSN, please supply making charge for wheat. अनम यार, HSN कोड और SSC कोड एक बड़ी मतलब इट कैन नॉट बी पॉसिबल फॉर मी टू रिमेंबर। आप इस वीडियो जब ये लाइव अपलोड हो जाएगा तो आप ये करना, सिर्फ डिस्क्रिप्शन में आप ऐड कर दे, चैट बॉक्स में ऐड कर देना कमेंट सेक्शन में, मैं उसके बाद 1 या 2 दिन में रिवर्ट कर दूंगा। एट द अर्लीस्ट आई विल रिवर्ट ऑन द चैट। जो भी ये जो चैट है उसको आप कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल देना। आई विल गिव माई कमेंट आफ्टर दिस वीडियो इन ए डे और 2। लेकिन अभी मुझे HSN कोड और SSC कोड याद नहीं है, बिट डिफिकल्ट एंड सो अनेबल टू गिव द रिप्लाई। सतीश जी, सर कैन वी टेक द ITC ऑन द कार परचेज फॉर ऑफिस यूज? कार परचेज BMW नहीं। सी, अगर आप 17 सबसेक्शन 5 में जाएंगे, पहला वाला क्लॉज है जिसमें 3, देखो अगर कोई कार है, इफ द कार इज अप टू 13 सीटर, यू ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ पर्सन अप टू 13 सीटर, भले वो आपके बिजनेस पर्पस के लिए हो, उसके बावजूद भी यू कैन नॉट टेक द ITC। नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, देयर आर 3 एक्सेप्शंस wherein we can take the ITC of 13 सीटर कार। कब ले सकता हूँ? अगर मेरी फर्दर सप्लाई है, या मेरा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ पैसेंजर का बिजनेस है, या मेरा ड्राइविंग सिखाने का कोई बिजनेस है। इन दैट पर्पज इफ आई एम यूजिंग दैट कार, आई वुड बी एंटाइटल्ड टू टेक ITC अप टू 13 सीटर ऑल्सो। बट अगर ये उस पर्पज में फॉल नहीं करते, नॉर्मल बिजनेस पर्पज के लिए है, ठीक है, मान लो बिजनेस मीटिंग के लिए, क्लाइंट के लिए आपने कार परचेज की, इन दैट केस अप टू 13 सीटर कार का आपको ITC नहीं मिलेगा। Rahul ji, if we provide the canteen facility to employee, then ITC? See, canteen facility to the employee, normally food and beverages अगर बात करूँ मैं 17 सबसेक्शन 5 क्लॉज B में अगर जाऊँ तो वहाँ पे फूड एंड बेवरेजेस एक्सपेंडिचर है। तो फूड एंड बेवरेजेस अगर आपने किसी के लिए भी किया, भले वो एम्प्लॉय के लिए किया, किसी के लिए किया, तो उसकी ITC नहीं मिलेगी। बट एक सर्कुलर आपको ध्यान देना चाहिए, हम सभी को ध्यान में देना चाहिए। सर्कुलर 92 एक बात कहता है कि अगर कोई ट्रांजेक्शन आपका आउटवर्ड सप्लाई है, बिकॉज कि मैं कैंटीन फैसिलिटी अपने एम्प्लॉय को दे रहा हूँ और एक सब्जेक्ट डिस्प्यूट है, बट यस, इवन एज्यूमिंग दैट यू आर चार्जिंग द GST ऑन दैट, collecting some amount and you are charging the GST on that, then you can take the ITC of the expenditure incurred for providing that outward supply which you are charging GST। सीधा मैं इस क्वेश्चन का जवाब अभी इस बात पे नहीं दे रहा हूँ कि आपको GST चार्ज करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए, लेकिन मैं दूसरी बात कह रहा हूँ आपको कि अगर आपने GST चार्ज किया है, then in that case you will be able to take input tax credit of that expenditure even if it is blocked in the 17(5), क्योंकि 1-to-1 रिलेशन हो जाएगा उसमें। अगर आप 17 सबसेक्शन 5 क्लॉज B के प्रोवाइजो को देखेंगे तो प्रोवाइजो भी यही बात कहता है, अगर मेरी इनवर्ड सप्लाई is 1 to 1 for outward supplies or a combination of the composite or mixed supply, I would be able to take ITC. So based on that, my view, prima facie answer is no. But अगर आप उससे consideration लेते हैं और उसके ऊपर GST पे करते हैं, in that case you can take the ITC. Otherwise, straightforward no, not possible because it is blocked. Uh, I hope you all have subscribed my channel. If not, then kindly subscribe my channel. बिकॉज नॉर्मली कुछ लाइव डिस्कशन मैं फ्री रखता हूँ सभी के लिए, कुछ लाइव डिस्कशन मैं सिर्फ सब्सक्राइब लोगों के लिए रखता हूँ. सो इट वुड बी बेटर इफ यू सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल, सो यू विल बी एबल टू एक्सेस माई ऑल live discussion. If we are providing that car for the site visit on the various state and we are construction company, then is it possible? Not possible. See, that car is the passenger car or goods car. So for example, you purchase the any transportation of goods vehicle, then you can take the ITC. But in your case, you have taken your purchase BMW, and even though you are using purely for the business purpose, you are not using any single paisa or any single part for the personal purpose, completely business, still you won't be able to take ITC. The reason is 17 subsection 5 talks about those expenditure not allowable as an ITC even though they are business expenditure. I hope it is clear. If you still have any doubt, kindly ask. संदीप जी का क्वेश्चन है, ITC allowed for medical insurance paid on employees' health and life. Again, the first point, health insurance, life insurance are covered in the 17 subsection 5 clause B subclause 1. So prima facie the answer would be ITC not allowed. Again, I can say either it is covered in the proviso which I have just now discussed, or there is a proviso after the third subclause that if it is compulsion in the law, like let's take an example, during the COVID period there is a change in the disaster management act. So during that period if someone is providing, the health or life insurance for the employees, taken the life insurance or health insurance for the employee, in that case he would be taking just because that is abide by the some other law, then he would be able to take ITC. Subhasini ji, recent news on the online education institute not exempt. See, earlier also not exempted. See, the education is exempted or not, you need to refer that particular respective entries. If it is approved, then in that case you can take the exemption. So please read the definition. There is no such a relaxation. There is no such a relaxation. There is no such a relaxation regarding that कि भाई ऑनलाइन पहले टैक्सेबल था, earlier it was taxable or exempt, or now it's become taxable. No, there is no such changes. It was only maybe there is some clarification. You can share in the group, we'll discuss. There is no amendment as of now. Rahul Kumar, Satish ji is asking if it is a group insurance, then disallowed. Block the credit. It is covered in the 17(5)(b) clause 1, subclause 1. Next is Rahul. Mr. Rahul is asking e-way bill. See, e-way bill ka distance doesn't matter. See, if the value is more than 50,000 in case of interstate, plus the goods is taxable and otherwise it is not covered in the sub rule 14, then you need to make the e-way bill if the movement of the goods is through motorized vehicle. Say for example, you are supplying the goods to me, fine, and you and me are only 500-meter distance. Whether e-way bill is required, answer is 100% yes if you are moving the goods through motorized vehicle. Asu Chopra ji, one mobile 1,25,000 sent to supplier from a person in metro. How to file e-way bill? From a person in metro, how to fill e-way bill? So the only problem party you can definitely fill. Only problem the part B how to fill. But one point is clear: you need to generate the e-way bill. You need to generate the, either you can put some. There is no relaxation with respect to, there is no relaxation with respect to movement of the goods in 138.14. If the item is taxable, you need to prepare the e-way bill. Only problem what to enter the part B. Venkatesh Babu, Mr. Venkatesh Babu has asked, new GSTR 3B table 3.1.1 table newly inserted. Here we have two Zomato sales shown by registered seller as exempted sales. Again to show in 3.1 as C. No, 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 no. Please note that. No, nothing. It will be double reporting. See, the information which you entered in 3.1.1 will not come in 3.1. Very good question. Try to differentiate this part. The table 3.1.1 and 3.1 only will have the separate information. It's not the duplicate information. See, like you, if you can compare the same with the table 3.2. In the table 3.2, we are putting the information which we have already given in 3.1.8. Correct? Interstate interstate supply, which is supply made to unregistered composite dealer or UIN holder. That is already being reported in 3.1.8. Absolutely correct. But these new table 3.1.1, 3.1.1, whatever the information you are entering in 3.1.1, that you will not repeat or you will not report in 3.1 again. Is it clear? Similarly, like I'm e-commerce operator. I'm making the supply, and some restaurant are making the supply by me. So I would become deemed supplier under 9.5. So I have to report in 3.1.1 first serial number. In that case, do I need to report again in the 3.1.a? Answer is no. 3.1 and 3.1.a will not overlap to each other. That part you need to make sure. If you not subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe, because some live discussion I'm making only for my subscribed member. And also, अगर आपको ये discussion and video you like, kindly click on the like button. अगर ये आपको discussion अच्छा लगता है, please click on the like button. Satish, if I purchase mobile for office use, then can I, ITC, no problem. You can take the ITC. If any error like bill date wrong mentioned is expert how to rectify, generate another e-way bill, and point is you cannot generate the another e-way bill by using the same document number. In that case, you should either cancel and raise fresh tax invoice. If it is not possible, use the delivery chala. Kindly subscribe my channel, because some discussion I'm keeping only for my subscribed member. So, and you will also get intimation. Anamji, goods supplied to the recipient by our truck, GST on the goods and the GST on transportation charges. Is it right? Right. Suppose you are saying that you are charging to the customer, let's say 1 lakh rupees for the goods and 10,000 for the transportation services. You are taking 1,10,000. So on entire 1,10,000, you will charge the GST, and the rate would be not the separate rate. The rate would be the rate applicable on the principal transaction, because if you are clubbing the transaction, it become composite supply. If you are clubbing this transaction, it become composite supply. In that case, you will charge the tax whatever applicable on the goods. But because it is a composite supply, the rate would be applicable as applied on the principal rate, principal goods, principal supply, and according to 15 subsection 2, value of the supply will include any amount which you are collecting from customer. If the transporter not filled the part B and the goods is delivered, who is responsible for penalty? See, the point one, they will raise the, see, if the goods were detained during the transit. So who is the owner of that goods? Who is owner of that goods? Might be if the goods are sold on FOB basis, or might be the goods are sold on CIF basis. So either supplier or the recipient would be liable for penalty. But at the same time, suppose you have the agreement, intern agreement with the transporter, then you can raise the penalty on the transporter. But the GST department will levy the penalty on the GST number who has generated the EV bill or who is the owner of the goods, because they will give some time to make the penalty, make the payment to the penalty. If not come, then they will impose the penalty. If transporter not filled the part B, okay. So that question we have answered. Rahul ji, sir, if you have tax invoice but in the GST to be will not affect, never take ITC. Never take ITC, because 1st Jan 2022, from 1st Jan 2022, it become the part of section 16 subsection 2. It means it is compulsion. You can take the ITC only when the transaction is appearing in the 2B, not on any other. Whether it is appearing in 2A, not in 2B, can I take the ITC? Answer is no. It is not appearing in 2A, 2B, can I take the ITC? Answer is no. You need to satisfy all the five condition. All the five condition. Goods and services has been received. There has to be tax invoice. The transaction should appear in the GSTR 2B, and the tax has been paid by the supplier, and the recipient has furnished the GSTR 3B. All these condition has to be satisfied. All these condition has to be satisfied. Then only you can take the ITC. See, who is the owner of the goods? See, in case of the matter of supply, in my first question, who will pay the penalty? So, for example, I am supplier, you are my customer. So, Asuji, who is owner of the goods, that person will pay the penalty. So normally they will raise the penalty in the name of the supplier. You are talking about if the goods are detained during the transit. If you like the video, kindly click on the like button and also click on the subscribed button to stay updated in the GST with respect to the live discussion. Asu Chopra ji, kindly reconfirm that you are saying that goods has been detained during the transit because of no EV bill. Is it? Any other question? No? So thank you very much. Manoj Sarmaji, sir, my question is for RCM on the books purchased from author. Okay. So author is giving the content now. Okay. So what is your question? What is your question? So I can say, if you are publishing company and suppose I am author, I am giving the content to you. I'm giving the content to you for which I'm charging. So you will pay the tax under RCM. Or in case of the RCM serial number 9A of RCM notification 13 by 2017, it allow me that I can also opt forward charge. So it is an optional type of the reverse charge. Even I can opt forward charge, or otherwise you will pay the tax under reverse charge. Manojji, you are publisher, right? You are publisher, then suppose I am author and I am giving the content to you. In that case, you will pay the tax under reverse charge, or author has also the option that to pay the tax under forward charge. If you like the discussion, kindly click on the like button and also click on the subscribe, because certain live discussion I will keep to my subscribed member only. So my humble request, please click on the subscribe button and also click on the like button. See, in new GSTR 3B changes explain, sir, specifically can you ask the question, then it will be better. Otherwise, we have the separate video on the GSTR 3B also. So if you have any specific question, Asu Chopra ji, you can ask. Otherwise, I would request to refer the videos. For above 50,000 bill, EV bill is mandatory, but some cases we are not raised EV bill because goods has reached. What action of the without EV bill? So they normally, so e-way bill ka penalty is given in the 129 130, correct? So that is only when the goods is being catched in transit or detained in transit. So now the goods has been reached. So one thing is clear, that section 129 cannot be imposed. The only point that they can impose either section 125 general penalty, because you need to generate the e-way bill not generated, so that is 50,000 rupees, or they might raise the concern on the eligibility of input tax credit. In both the cases, you have the option to appeal, and very much chances that you will win the case. So otherwise, I would suggest that always generate the e-way bill. Pradeep Satapathy ji. Good evening, sir. How can we know that transporter opt 5% or 12%? So transporter has to declare the statement. Transporter has to give the fact that he has opted forward charge. So if you refer the notification amendment in the rules, then it clearly says that first they have to fill the annexure and submit the same to the jurisdictional officer, and second thing they have to declare on every invoice. Kalpesi, we have wrongly mentioned RCM of August in July. Can we set off against August? Yes, you can. Because see, again I can say the RCM liability is nothing but the revenue neutral transaction, in which at one hand I am paying the taxes to the government and second hand I am taking the ITC. So if you wrongly paid in the month of the July, you can take the ITC in the month of July itself, no problem. We have wrong next KM Sony Gara sir. If CA has professional receipt of rupees 18 lakh and interest income rupees 3 lakh, yes, answer is yes. Because aggregate turnover, see, question is very good. So first you need to decide. So section 22, a very good question with respect to registration requirement. Section 22 says if my aggregate turnover exceed threshold limit, I have to take registration. See, either 20 lakh or 40 lakhs. 40 lakh is applicable on goods. Yes. In that case, there is one relaxation. What is the relaxation? If suppose I'm giving the answer to the KM Sonigara sir. So if suppose I am supplying the goods, my turnover is 38 lakh from the supplying the goods and 4 lakh from interest income. Correct. So whether my aggregate turnover is 41 lakh or 42 lakhs, answer is yes. So whether I am, whether what would be my threshold limit, 20 or 40? Because I am exclusively, I'm not engaged exclusively in the goods, because I'm receiving the interest income, which is service. So there is a relaxation that still, if someone is supplying the goods otherwise and is also receiving the interest income, he would be have the or he would able to take the benefit of the 40 lakhs. So meaning thereby the threshold limit would be 40 lakhs even if I'm receiving the interest. But please note one thing, interest income, which is an exempted supply, according to section 2 clause 6 of CGST Act, the interest income or any other exempted income would be added in the calculation of aggregate turnover. Pavan Kumar ji, if a person contracted only to the government bodies for the GTA service of the food grains, they select percentage 5 or 12 are requiring starting. ठीक for GT services for food grains, then they selected percentage. What is your question? You mean to say which percentage should be selected? So question is not clear. So suppose Mr. A is a GTA and he's charging the GST. So 5% or 12%. My view, it would be 5. It should be 5%. So the government, because they are engaged in the exempt supplies, so they will not be able to take ITC. But at the same time, if you are charging 5%, you won't be able to take ITC. So accordingly, check the ITC, do the comparison with respect to ITC, then decide which rate should be opted. Kalpesh, that is okay. I got the point. That July 21 or July 22 doesn't matter. Subsidized canteen service for employee will be taxable under forward charge. Prima facie answer is no. Prima facie answer is no, because it is not the supply at all. But suppose you have approached the advanced ruling authority and advanced ruling authority has given the decision against you, then there is no option. You have to compulsory follow that decision. It is binding. So because of that, you are charging. Suppose you are charging the GST on the canteen charges. Now the question is, can I take the ITC of whatever the expenditure incurred on the canteen facility? In that case, my view would be yes, because it become outward supply, which is taxable. You can take the ITC to the extent. Manoj Sharma, Asu Chopra ji, I forgot e-invoice upload goods deliver with e-way bill. Now I have uploaded any, as of now not. As of now not. But very soon it appears, they are introducing, they are going to introduce the time limit within which I can generate the e-invoice. As of now, there is no specific penalty. As of now, there is no specific time limit also. See, primarily I can say, whenever I'm generating the e-invoice, when I'm generating the invoice, it should be e-invoice. It should be IRN and QR code if e-invoicing provision is applicable to me. But I forgot. Then can I generate after 3 days, 4 days, 5 days? Answer would be yes, it would be better. So now is there any penalty? Answer would be no. But in the future, it appeared that department are going, or the GST law will give the specific number of the days within which I can generate the e-invoice. After that, I won't be able to generate. Manoj Sharma ji, I am delivering the goods. Sorry, there are a couple of questions which I have left. Legal and professional services received from advocate is chargeable under RCM, but received from any other professional also comment? No, only from advocates or firm of the advocate. No exemption limit, because we deal in yes, no exemption limit. Pundir Kumar ji, sir, my question is, we purchase the goods from XYZ Company Limited. Okay, goods comes from Odisha to Ghaziabad by wagon train, and from XYZ Limited Ghaziabad raised one invoice. But from 1 second, I have to combine your question. You raised the question in two part. Uh, but from XYZ Company Limited Ghaziabad, material is dispatched in many truck lorry. How to generate the e-way bill? Is not issued the challan. We requested many times. You are recipient, no? So you can generate the e-way bill by on the basis of inward delivery challan. You generate the delivery challan. See, the delivery challan is not necessary from my location to another location. It can be between any location. So you can generate the delivery challan, multiple delivery challan, and using the bill from dispatch from model in generating the e-way bill, use that model bill from dispatch from, and accordingly generate the multiple e-way bill, but the base document would be the delivery challan. That's correct. अगर आपको ये डिस्कशन अच्छा लगा है, आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू क्लिक ऑन द like button and also click on the subscribe to subscribe my channel. Pudir ji, case already complete हो गया? Is it completed or it is open case? It is completed or open case? I hope you got the answer ना. Option selected. पवन कुमार जी, क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आया मेरे को. आपने कब पूछा था क्या? If a person contracted, okay, you are saying option selected. Not clear. Rakesh Sharma ji, the material dispatched on 30th July, but received on 3rd August. Please guide whether we saw this ITC is reflecting never so. See, the 16 subsection 2 is talking about the 5 condition. Every condition has to be satisfied. Then only you are able to take ITC. Suppose you have purchased the goods on 30th July. So the supplier will file the GSTR1 in time. The transaction will appear in the GSTR to be in the hand of the recipient. But whether he has received the goods on the July, answer is no. In that case, he is not satisfying one of the condition of 16.2 that goods or services should be received. In that case, you should carry forward and take the ITC in the subsequent period, not in the period of July. You will take the ITC in the month of August. Now, if you have any other question, please ask. If transporter charge 5% GST on bill, now RCM is applicable on me? Answer is now no. From 18th July 2022, the forward charge option has been given to the GTA, but just make a confirmation that GTA has filled the particular annexure to the jurisdictional officer by 16th August 2022. If he has not filled, then he is in trouble because he would not be opt the forward charge. And second, the declaration that whether he is opted forward charge has to be given on the tax invoice, every tax invoice, or maybe it is ability or LR. We are running the GST membership plan also for the tax consultant. If you would be interested, you can connect. You can visit my website www.educating.com. We will give the link in the description. We will give the contact number also. If you like to write down the contact number, 81789082220. It's my team contact number. You can contact and ask the details about the membership, silver, gold, and platinum. In the gold membership, we are helping in litigation support. There is a litigation support also, like review of the notices, review of the appeals. So to that extent, we are providing the support to the tax consultant. If anyone is interested, can connect with the team, or you can visit my website www.educating.com. Also, we are resolving the query on a same day, and every type of the GST query we are resolving on the same day. If you are interested, you can join any type of the membership. Next question is for cart. There is no need of EV bill. Is it correct or not for above 50? No. See, bull cart is not a motorized vehicle. So, whatever the value of the goods, there is no requirement of EV bill because Rule 138 sub Rule 14 says that if the movement of the goods is through non-motorized vehicle, then there is no requirement of EV bill irrespective of any value. Mithun Dasi, government contractor tax rate is 12% or 18%. Work on road, bridge, building for municipality. It's 18%, but please double check the tariff. They have increased to 18% from 18th July, but requesting once again check the tariff. I am supplying the goods bill to ship to basis. Who is generate the EV bill? All parties or anyone? Anyone. See, there are in bill to ship to model, there are three parties, correct? But the movement of the goods will be one. There is a movement of the goods only one time. So only one EV bill is required. Any party, either supplier can generate or recipient can generate, or even third party who is giving the instruction that can generate the EV bill. Any party can generate the EV bill. But the EV bill would be only once. Thank you, Pundir Kumar. Subhashin ji, a service company has raised the invoice, including GST. The client dispute the invoice as he feel the hour charges is more. Company agree to revise the invoice. Fine. Return already filed. Client insists GST also to be accordingly changed. Is it advisable here to cancel the first and no? You can simply raise the credit note now. See, there are two possibilities. Either you can raise a credit note or you can amend the tax invoice by using the GSTR 1 table 9A. So both options are there. So there is no requirement to cancel. Manojji, your question is missed, is it? I am delivering the goods directly from the manufacturer to my party, then still I have to generate the EV bill again. It is your question. If I'm delivering the goods directly from the manufacturer to my party, then still I have to generate the EV bill again. Again means already there is a e-way bill, already e-way bill is generated for that moment, then again answer would be no. If not generated, you have to generate the e-way bill. Any one party has to generate the e-way bill, like I've given the answer for bill to ship to model. Rakesh Sharma ji, but sir, circular 170 note 3 says that you have to reverse this. Nee, that is okay. So you can take the ITC or not, that I've given the answer. I have just also asked whether you are referring any doubt with respect to circular 170, because in table 4A5 you will take the ITC whatever it is appearing in the GSTR to be. Then you will reverse either in 4B1 or in 4B2. So suppose the goods has not been received, then it will be reversed in the 4B2. Net ITC would not reflect those components, and subsequent period you will add again in 4A5. So that is Rakeshji, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So I thought you are asking only the eligibility of the ITC. Now you ask with respect to the reporting by new circular. So that I have given the answer. I hope it is clear. Correct. You are in line with the. You are absolutely correct. Your thought and your point is absolutely correct. Last question for the day. I am supplying the goods on rickshaw. Kya e-way bill part is compulsory or not? See, there is no need of only part A. See, the part A is no use. If e-way bill is saying, it means part A plus part B both. Because if I will enter the detail in the part A, nothing to enter in the part B, after 15 days, that number will be archived. There is no use. Only part A will not suffice any purpose. So e-way bill means part A and part B both. And in that case, if you are supplying the goods through rickshaw, I'm assuming it is not e-rickshaw or motorized rickshaw. It's like run by men or something like that. In that case, that is not motorized vehicle. There is no requirement to generate the e-way bill, neither part A nor part B. And if it is motorized vehicle, e-rickshaw, in that case, you have to give the part A as well as part B. Is it clear? Kindly confirm. And Rakesh Sarmaji, I hope it is clear, right? So whether HSN summary is compulsory in the GSTR 1, see, not the compulsory, depend upon the turnover. If your aggregate turnover exceed 5 crore, then 6 digit for every B2B or B2C. If your aggregate turnover is below 5 crore, okay, then in that case what happen for B2B 4 digit, B2C optional. So in that case it is not mandatory up to 5 crore, and the B2C ka transaction there is no compulsion. Yes, otherwise B2B it is compulsory irrespective of any turnover. And for aggregate turnover more than 5 crore, it is mandatory for every category of the transaction, whether it is B2B or B2C. E-way bill is required. The only problem that what you enter in the part B, only problem, Asu Chopra ji, the only problem that what you enter in the part B, I would suggest try to use some ticket number or some number is there. In that case, you have to enter a digit required. Sir, HSN a digit required. Please explain. So there is one circular, not remembering the name number, but there is one circular which talks about certain digit, a certain category of the goods. You need to put the 8 digit. Otherwise, there is no requirement. Fine. I hope you all have clicked on the like button, and I'm expecting everyone has to subscribe my channel. We will try to make this type of the discussion on every Sunday or every Saturday to the extent time limit permit. Thank you very much. Goodbye to all of you for your actively and lovely participation. We'll meet soon. Click on the subscribe and also click on the like button to motivate us. And if anyone is interested to take our membership plan for the GST, there is a silver, gold, and platinum. For any query, you can visit our website www.educating.com, or you can also call to my team member 81789082220. I am writing this number in the chat also, and also I am writing the website address. So fine. Thank you very much. Goodbye to all of you. We'll meet next time.